Hey there friends, this is Ellen Pitts with Harmony Realty Fathom. Today we're going to talk about 5 ways a seller can terminate the contract once they're already under contract with a buyer. So stick around, we're going to talk about it right now. Today we're talking about 5 ways the seller can terminate the contract. When a buyer is under contract to purchase a home, it's a lot easier for them to terminate, but the seller actually has very strict criteria about when and how they can terminate the contract. Most of these have to do with when the buyer is in breach of contract, and the first one is when the buyer fails to deliver the due diligence or the earnest money deposits in a timely manner. In the contract, it stipulates the time and date that those deposits need to be delivered by, and if the buyer fails to do that, they're in breach of contract and the seller has the right to terminate. However, they do need to give the buyer 24 hours notice to actually deliver those funds, and if the buyer delivers them, then the seller has to honor the contract. Number 2, the second way the seller can terminate the contract is if there's a delay in closing that is longer than the grace period that is already stipulated in the contract. In every offer to purchase and contract, there is a 14-day grace period built in so that if either the buyer or the seller has things they need to take care of or little things that might happen during the contract period that could delay them, they are able to just delay the closing by a few days up to 14. But after that 14-day grace period, if the buyer is unable to close, the seller does not have to honor the contract. If they want to, if it seems like it's something that's only going to take another day or two and it's in their best interest to let it go on, they can do that, but they don't have to. If they have another offer on the property, like a backup offer or something like that, this might be a good opportunity to get out of that contract and be able to accept the other one. Number 3, and really number 4 as well, both have to deal with when the contract has a contingency to sell another property. So when the buyer needs to sell another property and the purchase of this one is contingent upon the sale of that one, there's a couple stipulations in the contingent sale addendum. The contingent sale addendum says that the buyer must deliver a copy of the contract on their existing home to the seller before the end of the due diligence period. If they don't deliver that contract before the end of the due diligence period, the seller has the right to terminate the contract. Also, if they deliver that contract, but at some point that contract is terminated by the party buying their home, buying their existing home, the seller also has the right to terminate the contract. They don't have to wait around for another offer to come in on that buyer's property. Number 5 is only applicable if the property is a short sale. Either the buyer or the seller have the right to terminate the contract anytime up until the lien holder has approved the short sale. So in a short sale, the home is being sold for less than what is owed on the property to the lien holder, and the lien holder has to approve it. So anytime up until that is approved, either party can walk away. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends, to anybody you think might value the information, and hope you all have a great day.